Yo, take a good look at these two videos. Which one do you think was created by AI? If you pick this one, you're right. And if you pick this one, you're also right. They're actually both AI generated. And as in 2026, it's getting harder and harder to tell the difference between AI video and real footage. And as an Adobe certified professional, the question is this the end of video editing and content creation? I don't know. You see, a few years ago, AI looked like this. You know, it's cool, but not fooling anyone. Now, this is what AI looks like today. Facebook moms are literally losing their minds right now. Though AI video could be used in cool, creative ways, what if they're not? What if everything we see is fake?
Angela Carter here, live from the Cedar Grove flood disaster. Just kidding, I'm not real.
Hey, I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just saying. Basically, what I'm saying is that the line between real and generated footage is disappearing. But here's the thing. As a video editor, I was low-key anti-AI. Not because I hated it, but because I didn't want my work to feel fake. I don't know. I guess I take pride in what I create, and I don't want to be like discredited or something. So I feel like we need to lock in, because it's either we ignore AI and get left behind, or we learn how to use it early and turn it into a weapon. So in today's video, I'm putting that to the test. This video is sponsored by Higgsfield AI, and after looking at their Instagram, I was sold. Like, these videos actually look insane. And instead of just talking about Higgsfield and generating random stuff, I'm going to be making an edit using footage I generate from Higgsfield, but I'm going to import it into After Effects and do transitions, VFX, sound effects, and basically cook with it. And if you've never heard of Higgsfield, then this is the part where I tell you about it. Higgsfield is an AI tool that lets you create cinematic videos from just an idea. You can type a concept, upload inspiration, or describe a scene, and it generates high quality visuals with real motion, lighting, and style. Shots that would normally take years of camera knowledge, expensive gear, lighting setups, and VFX experience, you can generate with text, which is crazy, and we're going to be testing it out. I'm not a professional AI generator or prompter or whatever, but I'm going to try my best to cook up something fire. So let's get started. So before we even get to generating, I want to tell you guys about my idea. So you see this book right here? This is how the frame is going to start. Maybe not have this background, something similar. I just want like an old ancient book. And in the start of the video, the pages are going to be flipping and the camera is going to smoothly be panning in. And then it's maybe going to stop flipping. And then there's going to be a painting of a unicorn. Why a unicorn? Because I was in a rabbit hole the other day and they were talking about how unicorns are real. And I don't know if they're real or not. It would be fire if they were real, or if they were once real. But what's cool is that with AI we can like make it come to life. And I guess the actual editing way that you would go about doing this without AI is by doing everything 3D, which would just take forever. Anyway, this is the first scene. Like I told you, I was gonna zoom into a illustration or something of like an old painting, which boom, something like this, and then boom, and then boom, and then boom, and then I'm gonna use AI to kind of try and move these like really subtle, almost like the album covers that you guys see that have like a slight animation. Those are actually done in After Effects, and you go about doing that by like masking everything out and like replacing the background, so like whenever you move it you can still see the background or whatever. But that's the thing though, because with AI we're probably gonna do it like in 1 minute rather than spending like 1, 2, 3 hours animating it manually, you know what I mean? Anyways, then it's gonna go to an illustration or painting, whatever, of a unicorn going like this. Now this is a little bit too realistic for my liking, so either we find another image or we generate another image. Technically we could generate other images like these, but I don't know. If I can find one on Google, then I will, but most likely I already searched up and these are like the best ones. So I want one that looks more like an actual book, or like that's inside of a book. And the reason for it is because it's gonna zoom into this like slowly, and then it's gonna go into a scene, and then you're gonna see the unicorn like in real life with like cinematic lighting, and that's gonna be crazy. That's the whole idea. So yeah, what do y'all think about my idea? So we're in Higgsfield now, and to generate our first clip, we can either generate an image, which there's these engines right here, or we can go straight into video, which Kling 3.0 just came out, and I heard is really good. I haven't tested it out yet, but as you can see, you can put a start frame or an end frame, but it's optional. Like, you don't really need it. Supposedly is really good, where you can just write a prompt and it gives you a good video. Also, you have multi-shot, so like you're able to generate multiple shots. So shot 1, shot 2. But since my idea is a little bit more like, we want it more customized, I'm not gonna do the multi-shot, maybe in a different video. But yeah, I don't know if we should generate an image first, because we do want this frame to look like cool cool or if we should just generate it. I think I'm just gonna write a prompt and see where it takes us. And then if we don't like it, then we generate an image and, you know, we choose the right one. You also have assist over here, which basically you can like ask questions or whatnot. Oh, that's actually kind of fire. So I guess now we just write the prompt. So I wrote ultra realistic ancient leather bound book resting on a dark wooden table in a dim medieval room. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, ChatGPT wrote this, but I did say write me a prompt for the first shot of the book. I want an ancient book, kind of weird, surreal looking, but realistic, and the pages flipping. Very cinematic lighting, warm colored, slow pan, and then the page stops flipping. I'm using Kling 3.0. And then basically it gave me the prompt, which they do have a enhance on thing right here. I don't think we need audio, but you know, if you want audio, that's also a thing. But I'm gonna be doing my audio design in After Effects. But yeah, obviously you can choose your model. I'm using Kling 3.0, but different models like are better at different things, if that makes sense. Look at my name. Like you have Sora as well. You also have Google VO, but Kling 3.0 just came out, so we're gonna be using this one. I don't need this to be 5 seconds, but maybe we do. I don't know. I don't have an audio yet. And as in the aspect ratio, I'm gonna select 1 by 1, and then we can select 1080p, but it is gonna be slower. So I'm gonna just go with 720p because I also don't know what to expect with this. So I guess we only have one thing to do. Okay, it looks like we have something. I think the AI got a little bit confused and put like this leather on top. It's almost like there's 2 books, but it's open somehow. Probably because the prompt is way too long, but let's watch it. Oh, hold on. Nah, I can just cut it there. You know what I mean? Cut that start to where like the pages are flipping. Yo, the motion blur looks so like realistic and nice. All right, we're gonna go ahead and what the heck, how do I download this? All right, we're gonna go ahead and download this. Okay, not sure if this is the right way to go about this, but I'm going to screenshot this and then we're gonna put it as a start frame, and then we're gonna write down up, down, overhead, close up of book pages, and then let's generate. I'm curious on what it's gonna do since our prompt is like way shorter now. I did use that start frame, so I'm not sure if it's actually gonna start there or it's just gonna use it as a reference. I mean, it does say start, so maybe it will start on there. Maybe I'm just kind of slow. Okay, so this is basically what it came out with. I think it was my fault because I put that start frame, so like it almost had to use this angle because of it. So actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to image. Okay, so I'm in Nano Banana, and basically this is a image generator now. So I imported the image, and let me put this prompt right here, which is basically what we wrote on that other prompt. And let's make this 1 by 1, and let's add 2 references or 2 photos. Let's generate. This is exactly what we're looking for. And now we're gonna go back to video Kling 3.0, and then we're gonna use it as a start frame. And then let's not do too much. Let's just put pages flipping, comma, ancient illustrations. So yeah, we're just gonna see what this does. Generate. Okay, generated. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, it's good. Like this is what I wanted, and it's doing that pan, which is, I mean, it's fine. Oh, we need the pages to be flipping fast, so maybe I didn't stress that enough. So we're gonna change this prompt to this. The book's pages flip extremely fast and aggressively as it's blown by a strong invisible force, and some other stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and generate. I kind of want to put 1080p to just test it out. Let's do it. All right, just generated. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay, that works. That kind of works. Hold on, that kind of works. Okay, now we need to generate the next stuff. So I was trying to find another painting of this, of like the whole thing. I know there's others right here, but like these aren't like high quality, you know what I mean? Like, you see what I mean? So I'm gonna see if it can extend this somehow. So let's download this and let's import it in here. And I'm gonna type extend this image of an ancient painting of a unicorn. I want to see full image of horse or unicorn, bro. Let's generate 4 of these just to make sure. And let me look at the reference again. Yeah, so technically I just need to see the feet as well. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, let's generate, see what it does. Like I mentioned, there's these other engines as well. Some are better than others at doing certain things. I'm currently using Nano Banana. I'm not sure if it's the best at generating this type of stuff. Oh, this looks kind of good. Actually did a pretty good job. I feel like it just needs to be a little bit better quality. So there's also a enhancer, I think upscale, right? Oh, and it's actually using topaz. Yo, that's actually crazy. Let's upscale it ×4 because I am going to be zooming into the face. So let's upscale it. Let's see. Okay, boom. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's definitely way better. It looks like more alive. I don't know how to explain it. Also, I forgot to mention, but you have these like templates. So like if you don't know how to like, I guess, prompt or like know VFX too much and you just want to generate cool stuff, then you can go in here as well. We're going to put the start frame right here. Okay, so here's the prompt that I put. Subtle cinematic animation of the painting while preserving the original artwork style. Very gentle movement only. The unicorn's mane softly flowing as it touched the light breeze, light breathing motion in the chest. Now, hopefully it doesn't overdo it too much. I did tell ChatGPT to give me this prompt, but I basically told it like what I want. So yeah, I want very subtle stuff. Like if anything, like barely, but we'll see. Technically, I can always like slow it down. So, I mean, I guess that helps, you know, that I'm an editor. All right, let's see what we get. Yo, hold on. Oh my God, that's crazy. Even the eye is moving. Bro, this is actually goated. What the heck? You can even see the horse in the back moving. The clouds are moving. Yo, hold on. This is actually tough. The leg is moving. Bro, it literally feels like I'm glazing, but I mean, you guys literally watched me do this. Like this photo didn't even have the bottom half of it. So yes, we're definitely downloading this. I went ahead and generated the other shots and imported everything into After Effects to add transitions, effects, sound effects, and well, I think I kind of cooked. Shout out Higgsfield if you want to try it out for yourself. Link will be in the description. And with that being said, like this video, subscribe, and here's the edit.